Hey guys, before I start today's video, I just wanted to say it is a weird and confusing time, but there is hope. Many countries have successfully started to ease the lockdown, and the recent Black Lives Matter protests have really started to create a change. Here in the US, things are still kind of crazy, and although some areas are reopening, COVID-19 cases are still on the rise, so we need to keep making an effort to keep ourselves and others safe. Please, if you need to go out, keep a safe distance from people and wear a mask. I saw a recent study saying that your chances of contracting the virus are cut by 79% if you wear a mask. And if 80% of us wore masks, the rate of infection would plummet. The even sadder reality is that those at high risk are having to be super cautious, and many haven't been able to see their loved ones. This means particularly older, more vulnerable family members of ours are more isolated and lonely than ever. What's crazy is our elders have been through far worse than this in their lives and have incredible advice to share. This is pretty personal for me. I've always wanted to make more videos with my grandpa to learn more about his life, but sadly he passed away before I had gotten around to it, and I wanted to give others a platform to help share their parents' and grandparents' experiences. I also wanted to surprise some of the residents at our local senior care home that have barely seen anyone in months with a spontaneous dance party. I wanted to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Licked, for helping make this happen. Licked bring together creators and the music industry so you can use popular tracks in your online videos. This is an exciting platform that reinvents how we as creators can interact with copyrighted popular music. Go check them out in the description. Here are some short words of wisdom, life experience, and messages of advice. How do the current events compare to the civil rights movement?
Back in the 60s, they was marching for the same thing that they're marching for now, equality.
That was really the beginning of young people as a group saying, we're not going to just do something because you tell us to do something. We have the ability to change things.
I would say that it has had a far more global impact than the civil rights movement. People seem to be really outraged all over the world by what has occurred, what has been occurring here in the United States.
It reminded me a little bit of the wartime, because there's a lot of people united right now on a common cause.
But on the other hand, I would also say that in Vietnam, people were really divided. Some people were like, yeah, we have to go fight. And some people were like, no, we don't belong there. There was a lot of protests, people in the street, waving signs, yelling, other people accusing them of being unpatriotic.
Do you feel society is split or more unified?
We went from a society of we to a society of me. Everything is about me.
And we're not agreeing on this. It's still split.
In sports, no matter how divided we were, sports kind of brought us together as so many people of different colors, nationalities, religions, etc. would root for the same team and bring people together. And we don't have that today because of the virus.
In my last 80 some odd years, I've watched too much negative going on. It's an injustice.
We need to move forward and not become destructive, but become constructive in building your cities and this nation.
What is the difference between knowledge and wisdom?
Sometimes people that have knowledge don't use their wisdom.
Knowledge is the information that you've acquired over your lifetime.
You can go on now, especially nowadays, and Google, and you can become very knowledgeable about a lot of things. Wisdom, really, is the ability to use all the knowledge you have in a positive and constructive way.
Living gives you wisdom.
Two people can respond in a totally different way, having the same information and knowledge, but not having the wisdom to appropriately respond to a situation.
It seems that everybody has at least a master's or a doctorate, and they seem to know less in terms of society. They don't know how to help their fellow man.
Do you feel we are still as segregated as we were when it was legal?
You can tell that we're equal. We're the same. There's no difference between us, except how we were raised or where we live. But if you have racism in the police department, and just because I'm black, you're gonna stop me, and then because there's nobody around, you think you can kill me and get away with it, it's never gonna change.
I've lived long enough to realize bad circumstances don't remain forever.
But there's one thing that everybody has in common. We all have 24 hours a day. The question is, how do you spend that 24 hours? When that 24 hours is done, do you feel good about how you spent that 24 hours? Because when it's gone, it's gone.
Do you have any advice on how to bounce back after hard times?
The key is to persevere through the bad times and not allow it to stress you out. That's the key, to make it through.
It's not the stumbling that really matters in the end, it's how you recover.
There's an old saying, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down in life, it's what you do after you get knocked down that makes a difference.
In life, what values or principles do you find to be most important?
Negativity doesn't do you any good. And you can turn every negative into a positive if you want to.
Be positive, have some kind of form of spiritual life.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. That person you're treating badly could be somebody's mother, father, daughter, sister, uncle, brother. You never know.
The discrimination that I've faced in my life and other negative occurrences. Having a love for those people and recognizing that they don't really know what they're doing and to love them regardless has sustained me.
I think you need to have love in your life. You need to have the ability to love people, and you need to have people love you. I think you need respect. I think you need to respect people. Respect brings you to being able to compromise and be fair. People don't necessarily think the way you do. They don't believe the way you do. And that's okay.
And just knowing that you get a lot more with love than you do with hate. Hate is a worst thing you could ever think of. It takes up too much energy.
Be honest. Don't lie. Just tell the truth. It may hurt, but the truth is better than a lie.
Never give up, trust in yourself, and love life.
See the beauty of life. See the beauty in others. Try to set an example, because you don't know who may be watching you, because you may influence someone in a very positive way.
Just don't do anything to anyone else you wouldn't want done to yourself.
I've been trying to video call with my granny every week, and I've been learning new things about my heritage and history. I really encourage everyone not to miss this valuable opportunity to learn from these incredible people in our lives, people who have been through so much. I know a lot of people haven't been able to visit their elderly relatives during this time, but we had the amazing opportunity to be invited in to surprise a group at a senior care home near where I live. We did take all the precautions, and the care home kept us at a strict distance to make sure no one was put at risk.
We're gonna get you guys lubricated and ready to go.
Smile on your face and you've had a bit of fun this afternoon, even with all the craziness going on in the world right now. We appreciate you all, and yeah, thanks for being here. That was so much fun. I had such a good time. It was so rewarding to know that some of those people that were joining in and dancing hadn't left the room in weeks. I'm glad we got to brighten up their day, and for some, it was probably the highlight of their whole quarantine. Thanks again to Licked for making this possible. All Licked tracks used in this video are listed in the description and available to license on licked.co, where your first track is free to download. Also, a big shout out to Crescendo Senior Living, Maddy, Justin, Raya, everyone who contributed to the interview in today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. See you next time. Peace.